Hey everyone, so as y'all saw, I filmed a little bit of day one of the Arts and Crafts Festival in my current town. This is my first year doing it and I was super excited about it, but also nervous. I was nervous because I was told that was also four soap makers that were going to be there. So that made me nervous just because it's a small town. And even though this is the biggest event in this small town, it's still a small town to be having that many soap makers or that many any makers at the event. So that was a red flag for me. I was told that I paid for an outside event. Maybe 2 days before the event, I get a phone call that there were some people that had indoor events, that had indoor spaces, canceled for medical reasons or what have you, asked me if I wanted in. And I said, of course I want to be inside, right? Because it's been since April since I've done an inside event. So she's like, okay, well, you'll be the only soap maker in the inside. The rest are going to be outside. Perfect. Get there yesterday evening, which was Friday evening, to set up early for the event today. So I set up and first thing I see is right there in front of me is another soap maker. And I was like, hold on. I was told, like, this is what I'm saying in my mind, you guys. Like, hold on, like, you told me that I was going to be the only soap maker inside, right? So then they move. She runs over to me. She says, hey, can you move back to the back row? Because we have two jewelry makers beside each other. Red flag number 2. Right. So then I moved back there and I know the girl. We have done events before together. And so I get back there and I'm like, okay, she does buttons. Okay, cool. She apparently does a little bit of jewelry. Okay, fine. Well, then I get to setting up my cart and she asks me, you guys, do you mind if I sell my sugar scrubs? You do buttons. You do feathers, you do jewelry, you do resin, you do safety, self-defense resin, knives and shanks, and you do sugar scrubs and lip scrubs. Mind you, when you do events, you guys, you have to check the box. What do you do? Pause. I'm going to show you the application. Resuming. So I have the application for 2024, but let me read it off. It says major, medium, circle only 1, baskets, florals, photography, books, food, toys, candles, folk art or toll, pottery, weaving, ceramics, clothing, furniture, sculpture, wood, dolls, jewelry, stained glass, fabric, leather, fine arts, metal, or miscellaneous. You must choose one of those. Of course, I'm going to choose miscellaneous and I'm going to explain soap maker, but you have to choose one, not all. And so, me being me, sure, go ahead and put your sugar scrubs out because I'm not threatened by any soap maker. And that's not me being cocky. That's just me being confident in one, who my business partner is, which is God, and 2, I'm confident in my products. So that was red flag number 3, you guys. So fast forward, I get there this morning, and I'm super pumped. Like, I'm not gonna let nothing get in my way. So I get there and things are going pretty well. Made some sales within like the first few minutes. I'll tell you guys, I made back my booth money. I tried to keep check of time. So around 10:56 a.m. Mind you, it starts from 10 to 5 p.m. Around 10:56 a.m. I made back half of my booth money. Around 12, So around noon, I made back all of my booth money. And so then it just kept going up from there. Obviously, it ended at 5, and so I made more sales after that. So I didn't double my booth money, but I almost doubled it, which is great. So that means all tomorrow is just additional profit on top of what I made today. So I'm going to tell you at the end what sold the best for today. And then tomorrow night, I'll tell you what sold the best for yesterday. Well, tomorrow, not like tomorrow. Anyway, so then around 1-ish, 2:30-ish, it starts raining. Tents outside start flying. And I'm like, oh no. So fast forward, so back up. There was indoor events, there was indoor vendors, there was outdoor vendors. We were worried as indoor vendors that nobody would know we were indoors. The food and other vendors were outside, so we were worried that nobody would come through to see us to get outside. They would just strictly go outside. Mind you, we were in a hotel. We were in a banquet area of the hotel. So I thought people would come into the hotel, come back there with us, then exit out the back patio to all the vendors, and then go out there with the food on the grass. Some people had no idea, and for some reason, some vendors had no idea that other vendors were inside. So anyway, that was another red flag and concern. So around 1:30, 2:30-ish, it starts raining. Tents start flying. So vendors start shutting down that are outside. They start leaving. So we were like, okay, this can either work one or two ways. People can either leave because they feel like all the vendors are gone and forget that we're inside, or all of them are going to come in to get out of the rain and shop with us. I don't know which one happened, you guys, because I feel like the later happened. The first option happened because it slowed down. It slowed down enough for me to be able to leave my booth, which I know I've said not to do, whatever, and go get some permanent jewelry. My birthday is next month, so I'm shopping early, you guys, and I got this beautiful, not this one. This one I got from Vatican City in Rome. I think it's Rome. But this one, this permanent jewelry, and then I got this ring, which is permanent jewelry too, by a small business owner. And then I also went shopping for my mommy, whose birthday is tomorrow, which is September 10th. So by the time you see this, her birthday will be over. But I went and got did a candle wax, melt, and I also got her a candle. So I'm super excited about that. And then of course I got more sales when I got back. So it was an overall good day. But let me tell you guys, at the end of the day, the volunteer came through and let us know that we may be getting email tonight letting us know that we may have to postpone or move forward the event starting tomorrow because of rain. Vendors were in an uproar. They were like, we paid too much money. People are expecting us to be here. We have customers coming to drop off and pick up orders. We need to be here at 10 to 4. Move the outdoor vendors inside, because some of the indoor vendors decided not to do 2 days. They decided to pay for 2 days, but not be there 2 days, which, whatever. They decided to break down and leave. Like they said, it's not worth it. They didn't think anybody was going to come on the second day, so forth and on. So I said, well, just move some of the outdoor vendors inside, give them that option, and we can really make this thing a thing. And so I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you guys, but I'm trying to stay very positive because this event was a lot of money. And yes, I made back my booth money, but I still want to obviously make more money, and I still have more things to sell. I have my huge restock next weekend, which is my 1-year anniversary of my business. I'm going to be bringing some new products tomorrow just to kind of test them out with everybody. And if they sell, which is great. And because I've sold a lot of stuff today. So getting to that, pray for me, you guys. I sold a pineapple lip scrub. I sold a pink milkshake. All of my lip balms, I sold all different types of scents. I sold bars of soap. I sold lavender, eucalyptus, Deep Breath, Bay Rum. It goes on. Didn't sell any tote bags. I have like 8 left. And when those are gone, they're gone. I sold whipped body soap. I sold whipped body butter. I sold whipped sugar scrubs. I sold a neck wrap. I sold an eye pillow. I sold so many different things. I was so excited. I'm just so ecstatic. And so because of that, I am running low on some bars of soap. So that's why I'm going into my inventory and getting some of my newer bars of soap. And also these lovely bags. I'm so excited about these bags, you guys. These are my like eco-friendly bags. They have my soap ends in the inside. I can get it open. So they have my soap ends in the inside. Random soap ends. It's not just 1 cent. It may be numerous cents because it's numerous soap ends that I've cut off of my soaps. And so you can like lather it up just like this and use this as your washcloth and lather up. And you can reuse it and reuse it till all the soap is out. And I'm going to try to find a way for like my repeat customers to be able to come back and let me refill it for them. And stuff like that. But anyway, that's going to be offered tomorrow. I'm going to bring my healing foot balms out tomorrow, which I didn't do today. I'm going to be bringing, I thought I brought my mint sugar scrubs, but apparently I didn't. So I'll bring those tomorrow. Sold out of the pineapple sugar scrubs. So I'm bringing back those tomorrow. I'm bringing 1 of each of my new bars of soap with me tomorrow so people can test them out. I'm up late trying to do all this other stuff. Make sure I restock on bags. For people who purchase stuff, I have bags, extra bags. Ooh, you guys. I got the application for next year's because most big events will have a booth there and they will advertise for next year's events. And when I looked, they had the nerve to go up on the prices, you guys, for next year. And I'm like, for what? This is a small town. 1, these are extremely expensive prices for this small town. 2, and some people didn't even make their booth money back for this year. So there may be a struggle for next year. And then some people made like a whole lot of money, which I'm so proud of my friends for making a whole lot of money. But a lot of people didn't. I did, thankfully. But still, it's like, that's a huge cost for people running a small business in a small town like this. So I'm going to have to see how tomorrow goes and see if I'm going to do it or not. I do have some customers picking up some orders that they made on Facebook. So I have them picking up. So at least I know I will have a few customers purchasing from me tomorrow. But it's still just a gamble, you guys. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to take some footage of tomorrow and let you know how it goes. Wish me good luck, you guys. Have a good night. Hey everyone, so I just finished up day 2 of the Arts and Crafts Festival. So I'm going to be telling you how it went as I pack up and unload everything. It's been a long weekend, you guys. So basically today was slower than yesterday. If you're doing events and it's a 2-day event, usually the second day is always slower than the first day. That's normal. But today was still pretty good. Like, I have 0 complaints about today. I made a lot of new connections, a lot of customers for the first time, even though they were friends of mine. They purchased something, posted it on social media that they purchased X, Y, and Z from me, and that their friends now know about me and are reaching out saying, hey, how do we get in touch with her? Is she local? Stuff like that. So it's always good to do events if financially possible in your hometown, because it just gets your name out there and people are just so oblivious to the fact that you exist. One thing I was excited about is that the current sheriff came by my booth, and I have to sit down for this. So the current sheriff came by my booth today, and he was just like, I've heard the name of this business before. So he must have seen me on social media before or seen me at events before, which is always great when people know who I am in this town, because I live here and I start my business here and I run my business here. So I was just super excited to hear that. And another thing that happened today was that a older woman came by and she asked me if I had honey and oats soap. Now, I don't have it yet, but I believe I'm waiting for one additive to add to my soap to be able to make that. But that is something that I will be launching on September 17th. So I was so excited to be able to tell her yes, because she comes to the Arts and Crafts show every year. And maybe 5 years ago or so, there was a woman here at the Arts and Crafts Festival that did that type of soap. And so her husband started purchasing soap from that woman in bulk to last him till the next year when he would see that woman again. And the woman, I think probably around 2019-ish, she gave up doing it. And then the wife said that it really helped with her husband's skin. His skin was so much softer and she was so much happier because his skin was so much softer. And then I think she ended up doing something different. The soap woman started doing something different and gave up soap, but then her family kept on trying to do it, you know, keep the legacy, I guess, going or whatever, keep it going. And then when COVID hit, they kind of like dwindled out. And so since COVID, they've been really trying to find another soap person that did that type of soap, and they have not found anybody. So, but they keep coming to the Arts and Crafts Festival hoping to find somebody. And she was so excited that she found me and that I'm local and that I can provide that soap for her husband. So I'm super excited about that. That seems like a very like lifelong, as long as I'm doing this like partnership or, you know, customer type of relationship. So I'm really excited about that. My following has increased. I'm really excited. My bestseller overall, I don't even know what my bestseller was, honestly, between today and yesterday, but I felt like a little bit of everything sold. Like, of course, Pink Sea Salt sold out as always. That's my bestseller always. But I felt like people really gave today Let's Meditate, which is sandalwood and vanilla, a try. I had one patchouli lover, which is rare to find, but my lip balms as always. My neck wraps actually did pretty well. They weren't my bestseller, but I sold like 2 neck wraps and 1 eye pillow, which is pretty good. And then I think yesterday, let me look, it seems like just on quick glance that lip balms obviously was like a huge deal for me. And watermelon did pretty well, which was good because I was on the sales side of things, so I could get rid of that since it was a seasonal scent. But Bay Rum actually did pretty well with the females. Bay Rum is one of my woodsy scents. So you just never know, and it's always good to bring a little bit of everything. And I'm really glad that next weekend I am branching out and doing more scents. I brought out some of my scents today, some of my new scents, so my peppermint bark and my unscented, my everything soap, my Hey Pumpkin, my coffee soap, and those did really well. People really love those. So as I continue to revamp my bars of soap to the new way that I'm trying to do them, I think it'll go really, really well. Let me show you some of the new stuff that I have. I don't think I've shown you guys. Let me show you some of the new stuff. If you're following me on TikTok, Instagram, or my Facebook group, you will already know the new stuff that I'm working on. But let me show you really quick the new stuff. So here is one of my new items. It has my soap scraps in them. I might have showed you this yesterday, but it doesn't hurt to show you again. My soap scraps in them, and you can kind of use this as an exfoliation in the shower. I have my zero waste bar soap, and what's significant about the zero waste bar soap is that I use my soap scraps and create another bar of soap from it so that I do not waste the soap scraps. And this is goat's milk base. And so I also have an unscented goat's milk base, which is just strictly just goat's milk. No additives, no scents added to them. I have my honey and calendula bar soap, which I had before, which was a big seller for me. but I decided to change from shea butter and mango butter to doing goat's milk for this soap. Then I have my my coffee bar soap. I have my Hey Pumpkin bar soap, which I'm super excited about. It is a dreamy color, you guys. Straight for fall. Okay. So, I have my eucalyptus bar soap. I redid how it looks. I have my Wishes bar soap, which is a Christmas scent. And then I have my peppermint bark. So, if y'all are interested in what these look like, please go follow me on my group Facebook page. Follow me on my Instagram or follow me on my TikTok. You will see what these look like. I've taken numerous photos of what they look like. I also have redone the eucalyptus and lavender mixed bar soap. I've redone what that looks like. I've redone what the lavender bar soap looks like. The sandalwood bar soap. The lavender, white sage, and rosemary, as well as the bay rum. All of them got a complete makeover, and they look like what I've always dreamed of them looking like. They all look the same. They're all uniform, and they're all true to the brand. So I'm really excited for this launch on the 17th. I am a little nervous just because I sold out of a lot of stuff this weekend, which is great for me. But I don't think I'll be able to get my containers and my jars in on time to be able to offer that much on the website as far as the jar and container stuff. But the soaps, I'm working overdrive right now to produce so many bars of soap so that everybody has the option both in person and on the website to be able to purchase the bars of soap. I want everybody to be able to try out these bars of soap. So I'm working super hard right now. I have made two. I got up this morning. I was supposed to be at the event at 6 a.m. I mean, not 6 a.m. To be at the event at 10 a.m. And I got up this morning and made 2 loaves of lavender and, lavender bars of soap. And then I have orange peels on top. So I have to cut those. And then as soon as I cut those or take those out of the mold, I have to go ahead and make 2 more batches of everything else, just because with me deciding to bring some of the products, the new scents to the Arts and Crafts Festival, today it sold out. And so I need to increase how much I do. A lot of the bars of soap that were on sale sold really well, which I'm excited about. Overall, this event was a success. When you think about doing events, you guys, and I know I'm all over the place, but I really want to kind of talk about this. When you're doing events, it's important that you make back your booth fee, but you need to make way more than your booth fee. And if you don't, you really have to sit down and evaluate, was this event really worth it for me? And I honestly had to think to myself today, some of the events that I've done this year that I've paid hundreds of dollars to do, I don't think I'll do them again next year, because making back what I put into the event as far as booth fee is not enough for me. I need to factor in gas. I need to factor in Airbnbs or hotels and stuff like that. Like, I need to be thinking like that in order to be successful in this business. I exit year one of my business next Sunday. So 1 week from today of me filming, I will be celebrating my 1-year anniversary of running All Things Mental Health by Ashley. And it's been a wonderful ride. And I'm excited for year 2. But I really have to start thinking, is this event really worth it for me? This event was. I made 3 times what I put into this event. Like, this event was amazing. It wasn't the most money I've ever made, but it was a great event. And the connections that I've made, I know they're going to probably increase that amount that I just, told you 3 times. So probably will be more than that, 4 times really, because these connections that I've made, customers want to be lifelong customers of mine. And so, or potential customers want to be lifelong customers of mine. And so I'm just super excited for that as well, and that exposure, because it just leads to just success for my business. And so I'm really taking a hard look at the numbers as I do these events. This upcoming weekend, I have a 3-day weekend event. 2 days, whipped my tail, you guys, and took out majority of my inventory. So this weekend I have a 3-day event, and actually Tuesday, so 2 days from today, I have a night event that I have to do. So hopefully I have some inventory for that, as well as this 3-day weekend event, as well as I think next weekend I may have a break, and then I have an event on the last weekend, the last Saturday of this month. So September is a busy one. If you're a soap maker or anything like that, September, October, November, and December are going to be huge because everybody's buying Christmas gifts. You're going to be stocked, just busy, 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 busy. And that's exactly what I am. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I didn't get too much clips, but hopefully you got some good information from like my thoughts and process when it comes to this event. I do want to tell you this because I think it's important that you know this. I know on YouTube there's a lot of people talking about when they do events, they're making, 5 figures at these events, $10,000, $12,000 at these events that they do. And that's great and wonderful and probably accurate, but realistically, that's not the way it goes. And I wanted to say this because it's important that we be realistic with ourselves and give ourselves some grace, because that's not always going to be the case. And it's a little, I don't want to say discouraging, because I know the facts. Like, I know the realness of doing these events because I do them for the past year, and I've done so many, and they have been some successes and some fails. But I know for some YouTubers, all I see is every single weekend success, 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 and which is great. But it's like, I think it's also important that they highlight the failures too, because you guys need to see that, because it's real. It is real. It happens. It happens to all of us. It happens to them too, whether they post about it or not. And I think it's important. Same thing with your journey as far as making soap. You will have soap fails. I have had them. They have had them. Whether they post it or not is another story. And I know a lot of times on TikTok, all you see is the success. Like, soap pours are wonderful and great all the time. No, it's not great all the time. And sometimes when you call the TikToker out on like, hey, like, how come you don't ever have no fails? Then they'll post the failed videos. But it's like, there's nothing wrong with posting failed videos or failed tries or failed events, like, because they're lessons. They're ways for us to learn, you to learn going forward. And so not every event's going to be like the one today where I make 3 times. I've had plenty where I've just broke even, and I'm not going to do them again next year. There's nothing wrong with that. But you should be thinking about that when you're doing these events. Are you making your booth money back? So if you put in $50 for a booth fee, did you make $50 back? Okay, cool. What else did you make on top of that? Did you make, $300 off of that event? Perfect. That may be an event you may want to do again next year, because you have made your booth money back. And plus, so then you can go back and invest in jars or ingredients or candles or wax or whatever you got going on. You can invest more money into that so that you can continue to do that and sign up for the next event and the next event, and just keep rolling over that money until you start really accumulating some good money. So I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I will be taking you through this week. I may do a week vlog after this to kind of show you this night event into the weekend event, because this one is a busy week for me, and usually it's not this busy, but it is. And so good night, you guys. I'm going to get to packing up and running some numbers, putting in my numbers into Shopify so I know how much I exactly made, because truthfully, yesterday I keep a tally sheet, and yesterday I tallied, I tried to keep up with the numbers of like, okay, if I made a $4 sale, okay, if I make, then later on I make an $11 sale. I try to keep track so that I'm adding throughout the day so I know how much I made, but that's not accurate for me. The tallies that I make on my sheets are what's accurate. Let me show you one of my sheets just to kind of show you. So here's one of my sheets. I have all my products, scents, and sizes, and I'll just put a tally mark by the ones that sell as they sell, so I know later on to tally those up so I can put them in Shopify, so I know how much I exactly made. And so yesterday I thought I made a certain amount, when in reality I made $25 more or $30 more, which is huge. Every dollar counts, and so that was huge for me. So I'm really excited to see how much I exactly made today. So I'll keep y'all updated, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.